Welcome to another Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Each week we have different organizations and individuals from those organizations come in to talk about different things going on around the broadcast area. We have a lot of things going on around here and actually have some really great organizations and places to go and see and do, and we hope that we bring some information to you perhaps you don't know about with these organizations. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with two individuals from the Boone County Library.
The Christmas season is the time of year to remember family and friends. At Shelby's, we know the importance of choosing just the right gift for that special someone. We've created a winter wonderland for your holiday shopping experience. Whether you are looking for home decor, gourmet foods, kitchen gadgets, or baby products, Shelby's can help you find that perfect gift. Stop in today and browse our broad assortment of holiday gifts and decorations. Shelby's will make your holiday shopping easy and enjoyable. Shelby's, simply elegant, surprisingly affordable.
My name is Deborah. I work at Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison. Not only do I work at the front desk, but I'm also a dental assistant. So I'm seeing you from the beginning, throughout the whole process, and even at the end of the process. We're happy to help in any way we possibly can, and I think that sets us apart from most offices. We don't just hustle you through here just to make a dollar. We're here for you, and we want to do the best we can for you.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Back on Connection today, our first two guests in the studio from the Boone County Library is Jason Davis and Beth Kappenberger. I get it right that time? That's good. That's a little different name. Thanks both of you for coming in. Happy holidays, and obviously Merry Christmas coming up here. Speaking of holidays, what's going on at the Boone County Library in December? You've always got stuff going on. I'll just let you guys kind of flip it around here.
All right. Well, we have a lot of things going on. We've had a lot of things happen already throughout this month. For the month of December, we always try to have the local area schools come and put on some mini concerts for us, and they normally come in and surround the lobby, the mezzanine area, the library, and we just have two more groups left. We have one coming in on December 14th, I believe at 10 a.m., and then we have another one, our last one, December 20th at 9:30. I think.
A.M., that's correct.
Yeah, in the morning. So I encourage everyone to come out and listen to our kids perform. They're really glad to do it, and so far all the patrons have really enjoyed having just a little bit of holiday music in the library.
They do a really good job.
Yeah, they really do. The schools around our area do a lot of different little mini concerts in different locations, and it's good to have our local students, if you will, get involved in the holiday activities. It keeps everything right here at home, and it's fun to watch them, and they put a lot of work into it, and a lot of these kids are pretty good too.
Yes,
I've heard some of them. Very good. What else is going on in December at the library? Actually, the library, for those of you out there, every month they first of all they put out a schedule, and if you'd like to get on their list, you can contact, right? Yes. And you'll send them out. But they do a lot of activities. They have a lot of different organizations come in and present programs at the library. The good thing about it, it's all free. You get to do all this stuff free of charge, and we're real fortunate to have a library like we have, very active library here. Jason, what's going on over in your area?
Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in the children's department. I am the YA director, young adult, and I also do youth programming. So we have a lot of stuff coming up, especially for the younger kids right now. That's what I like to focus on, a lot of that energy there, especially around the holidays. We have Santa coming in this Saturday at 11 a.m. Should be really great. If you guys want to come in with your kids and sit on Santa's lap and have a good time, we'll have a little treat for you at the end of it. This coming Thursday, we have we're going to be just doing a Christmas story. We'll have a story to read, probably a couple stories to read actually, and some snacks and some Christmas crafts and that kind of thing. Next Thursday is our holiday party, which should be a lot of fun. We have games and all kinds of different stuff, so it'll be really great. 3:45 on Thursdays is when you can come to those. And I should also mention that the Children's Department is heading up on wildfire relief for the wildfire victims in Tennessee. For those, if anyone doesn't know, Gatlinburg, I have friends and family in Gatlinburg, and there are, I think, over 1,600 homes that have been lost at Christmas. It's pretty bad, and so we can't do a lot, but you can come in, you can make Christmas cards that we're going to be sending to them. We're also taking small gift donations. We're not taking money donations at this time. If you wish to donate that, we encourage either the Red Cross or the Dollywood Foundation, which is located in that area, are doing a lot of work for them. But we are taking Christmas cards if you want to bring one in, or you can come in and make your own. We have a little station set up where you can make a Christmas card to give to them.
Oh, that was a terrible situation in the Gatlinburg area. A lot of people, of course, it's always bad, but then you throw the holiday season on top of all those people that will be homeless during the holiday season. What a traumatic situation they had there, and that's nice of you to do that.
We can't do a lot, but we just want to help.
Help any way you can. I noticed on the Teen Time thing, it looks like on December the 20th, Christmas ornament painting.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Well, it's just an idea that are actually Irene, who does Toddler Time, she does stuff for the little kids, she had come up with that idea and didn't think that it would really be great for the really little kids, and I thought, well, I would love to do that for the teenagers. That's something fun to kind of get them involved, and so you can come in, we'll have everything ready to go for you, all the stuff that you need, and you can pick out what kind of ornament you'd like to do and paint one up, and then you've got an ornament this year and we can date the back of it and everything, so you have something special to take home with you.
A lot of children's times that you do different things, and I noticed here that you might tell a little bit kind of how it goes as far as like story time and for the kids, kind of each week. Don't you do the same thing kind of over and over?
Right. Story time for, I guess it's like, 6 through 12?
Well, after school program is 6 through 12. We have story time for the younger ones, right?
Okay.
And that's Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to do the Wednesdays
right. For
at this
right now,
point.
Tuesday they have canceled for the month of December. It's kind of a trial. I guess last month they didn't have too many people come on Tuesday, so they're asking for options, suggestions, if people want to maybe have story time twice a week, maybe another day or something like that. So right now it's just Wednesday morning at 10:30, right?
Yes, 10:30.
10:30.
And then Saturday you do family time. Is that part of your program?
Yes.
What's that consist of?
We do different things. Sometimes we try to gear it more toward the younger ones, and sometimes more toward adults, so that we can, try and get more people to keep it involved for everyone. This following Saturday, we're having the Santa, and we're only going to be doing family times, I think, 2 to 3 times a month at this point, just because of limited resources and staffing for Saturdays. But it's a really great program to, it kind of allows people who maybe aren't able to get there during the week because of jobs or something like that to come in and, have a good time and enjoy some of the benefits that we offer to everyone. So make sure to give everybody a chance to have a good time.
The one thing about the library, I know a lot of people kind of think of the library as a place to go check out a book, but it's so much more. Maybe kind of go through just the things that people can do there that, with all the internet and everything, that some people may not realize that they can use the facility for.
Right, exactly.
And just kind of go through some of the stuff that they could, if somebody wanted to, like resumes and,
We do have resume builders for the on the adult computers. I don't think we have them on the children's computers. One really great thing that we have is tablets for the kids, learning tablets that they can come in, and check those out. They can't leave the building, but you can use them for as long as you want to while you're there, and they're different age groups geared toward different learning games and that kind of thing. We have a really fantastic genealogy department.
Right.
And so our genealogist, Tina, she's there Monday through Wednesday until 3. And she's incredible. It's amazing the kind of things that she can find. We can do newspapers, we can do family histories, we've got county records, we've got all kinds of stuff in that department.
We also have Kindles that people can check out with just a range of books on them. So I know not many people may know about it, but there are Kindles. You just need to ask at the front desk if you want to check one out. You can take those home. And then they also have Library to Go, on which if you have your own tablet or whatever you have device, you can download books on that and read those.
You never even have to come in. You can download it straight off the
Really?
website. Yep.
Well, that makes it nice.
Yep.
But that's something that's of course, like everything else, things have changed. Technology has brought a whole new dimension to libraries, if you will. And another thing now, do you still do? I know to see tax time's right around the corner. Can people come down later on if they want to work on taxes?
We provide tax forms that we get every year. We'll have all of the basic forms. And then we also have, you can use any of our public computers that all have internet access and those kinds of things. You can use any of that to do your own taxes. We do stress that we're not tax preparers, so we're not really trained in assisting with preparing your taxes, but we do provide the materials needed.
Well, that's a nice service for the public, actually, to be able to come down and do that. Have I missed anything? Anything that we need to?
I do want to mention when we'll be closed.
Oh yes,
we will be
holiday
closed
season.
The 24th through the 26th, and also January 2nd, which is that Monday.
That's right.
Following
Christmas and
New
New Year's
Year's
comes on Sunday this year, so kind of a odd situation.
Right. So we'll be closed there. I also wanted to invite people out. Tomorrow is National Cocoa Day, and so from 11 to 1, and then 3 to 5. I will be there, and on your way out of the library, you can pick up a free cup of hot chocolate. So.
Well, do you make good hot chocolate, or?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
This will be a test. Huh?
Yeah. And then we have a movie night, which is December 20th, and we'll be starting at 5 o'clock to get through the movie, and we'll be showing The Snowball Express.
Oh.
Kind of an older movie, Dean Jones, but should be fun.
Now, like the movie, do you do those down in the lobby area? Where do you show your?
We'll be doing it in our upstairs meeting room.
Okay.
We have a big TV up there, so we'll have some popcorn and have a movie.
Do you when the Christmas holiday season, for instance, when schools are out, do you see more of an influx of children coming in during the break time
Most
to utilize the facility?
Yeah. They like to come in, and sometimes parents work during the day. It gives them something to do, and we try to accommodate them as best as possible.
Well, that makes it nice. Well, we appreciate both of you coming in today and telling us again what the Boone County Library is all about. If you haven't been down to the Boone County Library in a while, you need to go by. They have so many different things available to us. It is something that's available to the public at no charge, and you can go down there. Of course, Friends of the Library, big supporter of the Boone County Library. We don't talk about them very much, but they do a tremendous job. They have book sales, and they support the library with books and so forth. And if you happen to know one of those individuals that are part of the Friends of the Library, tell them thank you, because they spend a lot of time and effort supporting the library. And we don't talk about them enough, but we always want to throw out a thank you to the members of the Friends of the Library.
Definitely.
So, Jason, thank you so much. Beth, thanks for coming in. Happy holidays to both of you. Merry Christmas to both. And
Merry Christmas.
We appreciate you coming in. Come in January, and let's talk about what 2017 has to bring to the Boone County Library.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We have two individuals that we want to talk about a very important certification program that they just received and all the great things they do for our community.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Introducing two new families of ATVs from Yamaha. the all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
Welcome to the second half of our Connection show today. The two individuals with us for this part of the show comes from Grandma's house, and we do appreciate it. Michelle Steiner and Cody Tatum. Thanks for being in. Michelle hasn't been to see me in a while, but Cody's always.
I'm always here. Anytime
you always send him over, don't you?
He's fantastic.
It's good to see both of you. Thank you. You guys do a great job down there. Before we get into, actually, we want to talk about something very important that they just received. But Michelle, give us just a little bit for those out there who may not quite understand what Grandma's house really does.
Just kind of in a nutshell. I mean, we provide services, specialized services for alleged child abuse victims and their families. Just, our job in dealing with child abuse is to help support the child and their family. We help connect them with resources in the community, as well as the services that we provide in-house for them. And it just helps to reduce the trauma for the children and their families. And we work with what we call a multiple disciplinary team in that, and that's your prosecutor, your law enforcement, your state police crimes against children division, Department of Human Services, and medical and mental health folks. And so we help coordinate those efforts and just to help provide that safety network and support network behind the child and help them to heal from something that may have happened to them.
Yes. If I remember right, and let's see here, how many years now have you been there? When did you start that? I was trying to think.
I opened the doors in July of 2010.
I was thinking it was 2010.
Did my first interview over there, and of course previously and currently still doing operations in Green Forest, and so did my first interview over here in Harrison in August of that year. And as we were just talking about, started out with just myself and 2 cats and a handful of volunteers. Absolutely, and now I just have an incredible team of people working with me, and just pleased as can be with where we're at right now.
At the time, Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, you mentioned being up in Carroll County, but when you came here, were you basically just taking care of like this area and up in Carroll County? Or I know you've expanded now. Are you basically the 14th Judicial District or more than that?
We cover a 6-county service area, and actually when we were in Carroll County, we still had a 6-county service area, but part of our growth and development is reaching into all of those 6 counties. And that's one of the reasons why our national accreditation was so very important to us, because you have to be able to achieve that level, and this is something that myself and this team have been working on since the inception of Grandma's House. It's a big deal, and what it enables us to do is to be able to have the funding and to reach a standard where it says that we've reached the national best of being able to provide services. We're doing all of these practices that are best for children, and to be able to then go and reach into all of our service area. We cover Boone, Newton, Masson, Carroll, Marion,
and
Baxter counties. So that just gives us a green light to move forward and to be able to reach all of the children in all of our service area and do our very best to help all of them.
I was wondering about the accreditation, because many times I know organizations, once they reach a level of accreditation or recertification or whatever it may be, it does allow them to, from a funding standpoint, to bring in more funding. Your funding basically comes from, is it all grants? Do you get federal, state, or where does?
It's just kind of a mixed match of everything, that we can tap into. We are an independent local nonprofit. We receive some state grants. Just received a new federal grant, which Cody's going to talk about too, that has opened up some positions in outreach for us, and local donations, the Boone County United Way, and all of those come together to be able to help us to be able to do our jobs and to provide the services that we do. We've had some tremendous milestones this year. At this point, for me, all of the things that whenever I opened the center that I had in mind as goals that we needed to achieve, we're actually starting to have to make new goals.
Wow.
Because we've achieved everything that I intended to. So it's a pretty awesome place for me to sit back and see, being able to sit there and think, gosh, I wish I had a trash can, to being able to look at it and see, we got a new recording system which came available through donations and support and a grant through the Arkansas Commission on Child Abuse, Rape, and Domestic Violence. We've, Isadora the dog, that was a big, huge goal.
Yeah.
And in the accreditation, of course, was kind of the shining thing, which for me is kind of a bittersweet because Merlin Leach, he passed away this July, and it was actually the day of our accreditation site visit is whenever I heard that he had passed, and so it was a personal goal for me to be able to hand that certificate to him, and kind of we did it kind of thing. So, but I'm still working with his wife Anita. She's a tremendous partner for me in Carroll County with the Merlin Foundation, and we're doing a lot of really great things over there as well. It's continuing Grandma's House over there, and for this Christmas, Cody, how many children are we going to be able to provide Christmas for?
Through a couple different programs, one being the Shop with the Cop, which the Merlin Foundation kind of started and has done for years, and then also Harley Davidson Pig Trail out of Eureka Springs is sponsoring some presents. We're going to do about 80 kids total for Christmas this year.
Wow, wow. Well, let's talk a little bit about this accreditation and then your new staff person and kind of what's going on that side of it there. Go ahead.
Well, the accreditation, like she said, it's been a goal since she started, and it's truly a testament to her to have started with basically nothing, with 2 cats and herself, and the point we've reached now is awesome, and it's not only a testament to her, but to our partners in the community. We couldn't have reached this without their support and them working with us. So we've kind of reached this point where we're like, okay, well, what's next? And so one of the things we were able to do is we've added a new staff position. It's the Advocacy and Prevention Coordinator, which I'm filling now. And that's really going to allow us to focus on prevention, education, and community awareness, which is a big thing.
Yes.
We do have the unfortunate position of working on the back end after things have already happened to kids. But what we hope this will allow us to do is to get out there and empower them with the education and knowledge that they need to keep themselves safe and to know that if something happens, what they need to do to get help. And also, likewise, as adults, it's our job to protect the kids first and foremost, whether they're our own children or not. So really empowering the community with the knowledge and the understanding of what child abuse is, and that it happens everywhere. It happens here. It happens in big cities the same way. That 90% of the people that offend on kids are people that the kids know, and that we can't turn a blind eye to it. And the more that we empower this community and empower our adults, empower our children, then the less that we'll be seeing them on the back end, and hopefully eventually we'll put ourselves out of a job in that regard.
It's in saying that, it kind of reminds me of the old, everybody out there has probably heard of Neighborhood Watch program. I remember when the Neighborhood Watch program kind of got started and people said, well, what good would neighbors watching in their neighborhood do? Well, what it did was it empowered them to become an extension of law enforcement, which reduced burglaries and thefts and even anything that the people got involved, and instead of just looking the other way, they actually empowered themselves to be a part of it, not to be nosy necessarily, but concerned about what was going on. And a lot of that with what you're talking about doing now is people don't maybe think about what you should be looking for,
Exactly.
And what do you do after you do
once
know?
you do
and that's
know,
the big thing is feeling like give them the tools that they know when they are facing a situation, they know what the next step will be.
Right.
Because, the average ordinary person isn't going to know, shouldn't know, and so, giving those tools to be able to move forward and be able to get those kids help.
Yeah, I think we talked about this, Michelle, when you first came in, and then through the years with Cody and them. with technology today and with the fact that you got all the hotlines and so forth, when we talk about numbers that you see, obviously those numbers are going to go up, but I think a lot of that is because of the awareness side of that helps.
Absolutely.
You know, to get the secrecy of it or the non-committal type thing out of the way.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you see that all the time.
Sure, and you know, this is something, and primarily what we do see is sexual abuse.
Yeah.
But this is something that thrives in the darkness, and so the way to combat it is to bring it out, and that's not always easy. You know, it's a lot of times people that we care about that are the people that are doing this, but at the end of the day, we have to hold ourselves accountable to the children. And like I said, this education, you know, we've got a lot of different programs and mandated reporting training and all that kind of stuff. It's not just for people who work with kids, it's for everyone, and it's teaching what are safe boundaries, you know, how can we keep them safe just in our normal day-to-day routines, and also, you know, how do we respond to that. So I encourage the community very heavily to contact me at Grandma's house and set this up. I mean, the worst thing that you can do is ignore this problem and think that it's not going to happen around you, because the sad reality is it happens to nearly everyone, and nearly everyone at least knows someone that's been affected.
Yeah.
So if we can do anything that we can do, I mean, we can lead the nation as a community in our awareness and our ability to keep kids safe. We have that power within us, and I definitely think it's something that we should tap into.
You know, if you look at what we do have, you know, this is a pretty small community. Programs like yours that have really came in and took hold, and people got behind you financially, and then of course the grants and so forth, but it only makes us better, you know.
Sure.
And people coming in here that maybe from metropolitan areas and cities, of course it's obviously a major problem there, but if we are able to get just a little bit of control, you know, of it and make a difference, it's noticeable to many people.
And that's the thing about the Children's Advocacy Centers. I mean, they have found that having a Children's Advocacy Center in a community actually saves the community money, not only on the front end where you're sharing resources and kind of, you know, really making a concentrated effort with all the different organizations you deal with. And I want to say too, you know, Cody mentioned our team that we work with. We could not have achieved our accreditation without them, and that's, you know, the prosecutor's office, the law enforcement agencies, you know, and all those different folks that we mentioned working with. That was part of our accreditation, is working together with those teams and them actually supporting and getting behind us. And I would like to just say, you know, how grateful and thankful we are for those folks, because they have done that and really stepped up for us. But
the spokes of the wheel, so
absolutely.
To speak.
And so, you know, and you know, if you think about it, when you're in a community and you're helping those children who are wounded whenever they are children, to hopefully have that to be a situation where you've helped them to heal, well, then you have healed adults instead of wounded adults, and so in the long term, it's saving the community money.
It sure is. Well, you both, you know, my feelings on the Grandma's house, I've always thought it was great. Of course, Michelle, when we first talked about it in 2010, I thought, what a challenge it's going to be, but you took the challenge. You got people with you that did it, and the two cats are okay, I'm sure, but Cody and the group have done a great job. Thank you both for coming in. We really appreciate it. Thanks for getting the accreditation and for your hard work, and people do understand what you do. So
thank you
very
supporting
much.
us.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to both of you too. Thanks for joining us on Connection today. We hope we brought some information to you that perhaps you didn't know about. We'll see you again next time.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day to save. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my customer? Hi, can you say savings? Sure you can. And I know you can say discount too. Can you say Christmas tree? I know you can, especially when it's 50% off of all trees. Can you say Santa going click, click, click across the rooftop? for some Twist headphones, as seen on TV. Can you say fudge brownies? I can, and it's my favorite treat. Okay, my peeps,